Fourth Amendment protects you from unreasonable searches. But is this unreasonable? Ronnie Reed was arrested for allegedly selling cocaine at a gas station to a homeless man. During the arrest, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office strip searched him on the side of a public road, pulling down his pants and underwear in front of bystanders and his aunt. The officers claimed they were looking for drugs hidden on his body, but they found nothing.
Y'all can't do, bro. Ain't supposed to do. Huh? Man, he took my clothes off.
You took your clothes off. You took your
No, not like that, bro. Not like that, man.
That's weird, man.
Not like that.
I went to searching drawers, you started jumping up and down.
No, I told you could take me in the back and you can cuff my nuts.
You can
if you wanted to.
I don't want to cuff
you. You want him to take you in the back?
Man, ease up, man. Don't do that.
Let's loosen up the pants here.
They already loosened, bro. The belt unbuckling, all that shit, man.
Okay. Well. Okay. I don't want her to look at your genitals. Let's go over here. All right. Light, somebody?
Hi, man.
Somebody got light? Come on. All right. Nothing's going to go inside of you, all right? But we have to make sure you don't have anything else.
Please get out the road.
All right. Don't stop doing that.
You don't lean on my car?
Lean forward.
Bro, man, come on,
See,
man.
this is no. Stop. You're gonna lean forward.
Bro,
You're gonna lean forward.
Do this.
Bro, listen, bro. You doing too much.
No, I'm not.
Nope. You're doing too much.
I just told you nothing was gonna be put inside of you, but you gotta let me look.
You can't bend me over like that, bro. I know my rights.
Stop. He's clenching hard. He's got something up there.
And I ain't clenching nothing.
Stop.
Put him against the car right there. Please stop.
That's up in his ass, probably. I mean, he's clenched so hard.
Hey, listen, you ain't finna stick your finger in my ass.
No, I'm not. You're right.
Listen, bro.
Yeah, they're gonna do it at the jail.
Okay, cool. Let them do it at the jail, bro, because y'all ain't finna stick your finger up my ass, man.
I just told you I wasn't, but you unclench your asshole and just let it come out. You can just get the one charge now.
Despite not finding anything, Ronnie Reed was arrested for possession anyways. The state attorney's office spent more than a year pressing Reed to accept a plea agreement that would have sent him to prison for 4 years before finally dropping the charge. A year after the search, the public demanded an investigation. And here's the Internal Affairs investigation with Joel Belgard.
July 25th, 2023, and the time is 1:10 p.m. Present for this interview is Detective Joel Belgard. The nature of this interview is an allegation of improper action. Detective Belgard, this is your sworn statement affidavit. Have you had the opportunity prior to the start of the interview to review the sworn statement affidavit?
Yes.
Do you understand that anything you say during the interview can be used as a basis for discipline against you, but cannot be used against you in a criminal proceeding?
Yes.
Great. How long have you been employed with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office?
7 years.
On September 9th of last year, 2022, you were involved in a narcotics buy-bust operation. Do you recall that?
Yes.
At that time, what was your assignment?
We were assisting narcotics. We were assisting with takedowns.
Okay. And during that time, what was your, permanent assignment with JSO?
At that time, I was assigned to the Zone 1 Task Force.
Okay. And you said now you're a part of the community response
Yes.
unit. So during that operation, you eventually had made some contact with suspect Ronnie Reed, who was arrested under CCR 22-533445. Do you recall Mr. Reed?
Yes.
How did you become involved with Mr. Reed? I know that you originally were with a different suspect. How did you become involved with the other suspect, Mr. Reed?
Yes. After we finished where we were initially with the initial suspect we were in contact with, he was transported over to the where we were going to collect everybody at the onset of the scene. And that is where I first came in contact with Mr. Reed.
Did you know Reed had already been searched before you made contact with him?
I knew at that point, I shouldn't say I know, but I kind of assumed, as we all do, that he had been at least searched for or patted down for weapons. Mm-hmm. As the investigation went on, we realized we hadn't recovered those specific funds, the funds used for the transaction between the initial suspect and Mr. Reed. And so I don't believe who was involved in the conversation, but I remember it was discussed. Well, Mr. Reed must have the money. It just must be hidden on him somewhere. And that's so. I just believed he hadn't been searched for the funds.
And this was a separate, because I know funds were
Yes.
retrieved from
The initial suspect.
So this was a different set of funds.
This was the funds we recovered at the first time were what one of the undercover detectives gave to him just prior to the takedown. That wasn't for the actual deal in which a different detective had observed.
The narcotics purchase occurred, and Reed supposedly had those funds, or it was assumed that Reed had those funds. And then I guess another narcotic sale was supposed to happen, but then a takedown signal was given.
Yes.
So the original suspect still had those funds on him.
Yes, the funds from the first transaction.
Okay. A conversation was had, and the purpose of this search was to figure out where the funds were from the first transaction.
Right. Funds and or narcotics, just
Right.
because Mr. Reed didn't have any narcotics on him when we came in contact with him either.
Okay.
And we, believing he completed a narcotics transaction, we believe he would have had narcotics as well.
But you said you don't recall who made the decision that he needed to be searched. You just had the understanding that
It needed to happen.
It needed to happen.
Right, that's correct. It was, everybody kind of got together and we were like, well, we haven't found the money. He did the transaction. He must still have it. And I was like, I've made the decision myself. Okay, well, let's search him then.
The search that was captured by your body camera, what would you classify that search as?
Going back to what I originally, at that time, in my mind, I believed a strip search was having someone take off their clothing, like completely removing it. I did not understand that merely manipulating or arranging, as state statute and our orders say, I was not aware that constituted a strip search. At the time, I would not have called it a strip search. Looking back, after looking at orders and state statute, I would call that a strip search.
Can we agree that, or would you agree that you rearranged his clothing?
I did, yes.
But when you did that, the purpose was you said you were looking for narcotics because someone had just sold someone else narcotics.
Correct.
That got to a narcotics detective.
Correct.
And it was believed that he possibly still had narcotics concealed on him.
Correct. And he was, I know one of the other individuals interviewed mentioned though, it was pretty, and I didn't, as far as I'm aware, I don't have any contact with Mr. Reed before this incident, but it appeared that he was clenching his body. He was holding his muscles tight, and it appeared that, and not holding it in his anus, but holding it in an area where he didn't want us to get, which is why he was trying to hold his legs and buttocks tight. And that's another reason why we believed he had some sort of contraband hidden on his body.
If you did locate something, what would have been your next step?
We probably, depending on what it was, we would have asked him to remove it. If it was a narcotic or money, if it was a weapon, which at the time he was a larger man. The purpose wasn't for a weapon, but it was plausible to believe there would have been there. We would have removed that, unless it was inside of him at all. We wouldn't remove anything. But we probably would have unhandcuffed him and had him retrieve the property that we could then see.
Watching the body cam, you end up taking him to the other side of the car, but was he visible to anyone that was around?
I don't see how. I know you can hear a female kind of shouting out. I don't know how she, without like climbing on top of a fence or something where she was. I don't know if you're familiar with Westmont. It is a street, however, it's like a house and then just fence on the north side. There was a U-Haul truck that was somehow involved in the investigation somewhat. I think there was narcotics located in it, and like 2 more narcotics blockers, which, as you know, are large vehicles. I don't know how she could have seen past those. And again, I moved him around the corner of the vehicle we were at to preclude her from seeing. So I don't know how she could have. I don't know how she could have seen it. I tried to give him some privacy in doing what we were doing. I don't know how she could have seen it.
All right. Is there any information that is pertinent to this allegation that I have not asked you?
I don't believe so.
Is there anything that you said that you would like to change or clarify on the record before we conclude?
No.
Is everything that you have told me today and in this statement the truth?
Yes.
This interview is concluded at 1:27 p.m.
Here's what Internal Affairs stated. They said department policy was violated and strip searches should be conducted by correctional staff only. 3 officers were reprimanded. Joe Bellegarde, he got a level 2 written reprimand, and Nicholas Hackley, a level 1 written reprimand. A 3rd officer violated policy when he turned off his body cam. But they still have their jobs.
Manipulated me to put on handcuffs, and they took advantage of me. I feel violated, and I don't feel like what they got is not what they deserve.
The 3 officers received written reprimands for violating JSO policy, but are still employed at the department, according to an investigation first uncovered by the Jacksonville Tributary. It's a punishment Reed believes isn't enough for what they did to him.
I don't think that's fair. And I couldn't even imagine doing what they did to me, and something like that happened, what would happen to me. Also, it's cushion. It's cushion, and it's not, their cushion is not deserved, because I am a part of the public that they're supposed to protect and serve, and they chose not to do it.
Ronnie Reed filed a federal lawsuit against the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. He was paid $275,000. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.